What is integrated project delivery in construction? We hear about IPD all the time, but what's the big deal? In this video, I'm going to talk about what IPD is and why we should use its principles anytime we can. Integrated project delivery is a collaborative approach to delivering projects in construction. It involves a high level of integration, collaboration, and shared risk among key stakeholders, including the owner, designers, and the contractor. The goal of IPD is to enhance communication, efficiency, and the overall project success by fostering a unified team that's working towards common objectives. So when you think about IPD, I want you to think integrated team, integrated design, integrated location, integrated systems, integrated technology, integrated communication systems, integrated everything. We don't want people in different locations batching work and wasting time in the in-betweens. We want an integrated team delivering this project with the same goals and not in that contractual knife fight that is typical with design, bid, build, and some other methods. So here are some key characteristics and principles of integrated project delivery. Number one, early collaboration. From the beginning of the project, like even right after the interview, after contractor selection, the IPD delivery method, the integrated project delivery method, really allows all of the stakeholders, the owner, the architect, the engineers, the contractor, and even key trade partners with the end users in most cases to start to co-locate, work together in the right meeting system, in the right cluster groups, and really head towards really great milestones that will complete different phases of the design. So we have early collaboration. That means that we're integrated. We're not wasting time, and we have more real-time feedback and information as we do the design so that we know we are targeting that stipulated sum and targeting our desired duration. Shared risk and reward. This is where all parties, or the main parties, are incentivized to not only share the rewards of earning additional money, but also the risks of any mistakes, which fosters collaboration and accountability amongst the team members. Most of the time this happens in the integrated form of agreement, the IFOA, which actually locks the key participants into the shared risks and shared rewards of the project, which incentivizes them to work better together. In this process, you also have joint decision making. Because you have shared risk and shared reward, you do not have that knife fight again like you have in other contract delivery methods, and you're making joint decisions for what's best for the overall project. We are optimizing for the whole of the project, not individual entities. Like I said before, you enter into a multi-party agreement. Typically it's a tri-party agreement, and stakeholders enter agreement that outlines the collaborative framework, responsibilities, and the shared risk-reward model. And it's designed to align the interests of all parties. One benefit from IPD that I love is the open, transparent communication. Not only do you have teams in the right meetings, not only are you organizing scalable clusters or fractal clusters, different levels of leadership, but in most cases you're also co-located. So these meetings, workshops, and information sharing events really keep everybody on the same page, heading in the same direction. This is the cornerstone of IPD, great communication, transparent communication, so that everyone with their expertise can weigh in and help the team achieve its goals. Like I said in the beginning, integrated technology is key. How much time is wasted because we don't have aligned systems, we don't have aligned communication, and we don't have aligned technology. In an IPD environment, you do. The entire team will share information sharing platforms and will all center around their virtual design and construction efforts and the BIM model, which shares key information for the entire team to use as a tool for better collaboration and to move them forward. Another thing is when you have an IPD contract, you're also going to automatically bring in lean. Not only will you have decision makers who spend the money closer to the people boots on the ground because you have an integrated team, but you'll also integrate lean principles like tax planning, last planner, Scrum within the team, 100%. That aligns with the clusters that you typically see within the IPD framework. You will implement lean teaming technologies and a host of other visual systems that will make your co-location office better with real-time data so that everybody can see as a group, know as a group, and act as a group. One of the things that I love about IPD is the goal definition. Everybody is really focused and fixed on the overall goal of the project and the goals of each of the different phases, and actually more detailed goals within those phases themselves. Here's the key. In most systems, most projects, most deliveries, the project is set up to fail from the beginning because the owners don't have the right paradigm, the team does not share a lean paradigm, the goals are not aligned, we don't have the right structure, and the rules are set up to not allow people to communicate. So in IPD, you automatically have goal alignment, which means you're in the same paradigm, which means everybody's on the same page, which means your structure is centered around that goal, which means the rules of your contract delivery method and your site should be, and most of the time are, set up to enable the team to succeed. When you have this environment where you have goal alignment, then you have a fixed goal and a flexible team, right? If you have people going in different directions with different goals, then you have fixed conflict. But in an IPD environment, you have fixed goals, meaning commonly shared goals, so your team can be flexible and adjust whatever they need to meet that goal. So flexibility is key in an IPD environment. In addition to design build, IPD is the only contract delivery method that I've been in that really focuses on life cycle costs and the experience of the end users. I love being in an IPD environments because you've got the facilities manager, you've got the director of construction. If you're doing a hospital, you've got the nurses and the doctors, everybody participating in an integrated fashion so that they get what they're asking for and it can be maintained, and we're keeping our life cycle costs down, or at least within the pro forma. So I love that aspect of IPD. And so I just want to say, you get a chance to do IPD light, meaning you're using a CM at risk contract method, but you're using IPD methodologies, do it. I absolutely love it. It all comes down to integration. When I do research from W. Edwards Deming, when I read books like The Triumph of Classical Management over Lean Management, when I read How Google Works, Straight Talk, any books about great businesses, it all comes down to the integration of people that are able to center around an aligned and shared plan. IPD does this. Please learn as much as you possibly can about it. If you go do the DBIA certification, you will learn all about IPD. If you go to the LCI Lean Congress, you will learn all about it. If you go, I could just keep going on, but there are opportunities everywhere. Let me just tell you 5 of the key big ideas of IPD and leave that ringing in your ear as you leave this video and decide to like and subscribe on your way out. But here are the 5 big ideas. Number 1, collaboration. And I'm talking about real collaboration. That means owners, architects, engineers, contractors, vendors, trade partners, end users, really talking to each other and really collaborating for a beautiful end product. 2, optimizing the whole. We are getting rid of the knife fights. It is not a fight. It is not us versus them. The owner, the designers, the contractor, the trades, the end user, we are all in this together. Shared risk and shared reward for those who are in the IFOA or the tri-party agreement. We are all together and we are optimizing the whole and making decisions that don't sub-optimize the project, but that optimize the entire project. 3, in IPD environments, they tightly couple learning with action. They will have feedback loops because they're all integrated, where if they see something going in a direction that they shouldn't go, they can quickly, through Kaizen, make decisions to improve their environment, to improve their processes, to improve their system, to improve the way they work. 4, the project ceases to become this bureaucratic process with lots of waste, and it turns into a network of commitments among a team and people executing because they've weighed in and they've bought in. And 5, we increase relatedness, meaning that everything is related. The design is related to how we build is related to how the end users will use it, how the owner request is related to the design is related. Everything is interrelated instead of disconnected. So the key for IPD is integration, 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 integration. If you really want to win on a project, get that team without the walls, without the doors, without the delayed communication channels, without the separate offices, without the batching of work, without the bad contracts, without the knife fights, without the disconnection. Get them co-located in the right teams, with the right meetings, with the right communication systems, with the right goals, in the right environment, with the right contract, and you can move mountains and you can do anything. So you get a chance to work at an IPD project, do it. I'm going to link you in the description below to one of my favorite books about IPD. It's called Integrating Project Delivery. I hope you order it, read it, and enjoy it. And I hope you've loved this video. On we go.